What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Seattle Mariners franchise mode. And in the last one, things didn't go our way. We lost to Tampa Bay in 4, and we didn't just lose. They absolutely whooped our butt. We just barely squeaked out a win in game number 2. I think we had the lead in game number 3, but then pitching just blew it away, and we had to come back in the 9th, and then, hopes got up. But it was not... I don't want to say it was someone's fault, particularly, but Mookie Betts did not perform. Like, no one really performed. Let's see who performed. Mark Canha performed. Proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you. Jesse Winker performed. Adam Frazier performed. Dylan Moore performed. That's it. That's the only people that performed. In the bullpen, no one. There's not a single guy in this entire bullpen that really did anything either. So this offseason, we need to make some changes. There's definitely going to be some changes in the offseason. And speaking of which, let's just get on up into the offseason. The Dodgers, for the second year in a row, the Dodgers have won the World Series, defeating the Red Sox, who were a wild card team. No, I don't. But this is actually pretty cool. So the Dodgers are starting to become a dynasty. Last year, Jock Pederson won the MVP and then went to free agency. This year, Drew Jackson won the World Series MVP. Postseason MVP for the American League goes to J.D. Martinez, while Cody Bellinger gets postseason MVP this season for the Dodgers. Very interesting indeed. So let's get on up into the offseason. So we got to re-sign a third base coach, it appears. You will need to re-sign these coaches. Yeah, so some contracts with coaches have expired. The offseason is about to begin. You will have 5 days to negotiate contracts. Cool. Let's vote. Let's go see who retired. So no one on our team retired. That's probably a given. We got a lot of young guys. I mean, yeah, we definitely didn't have anyone who was close to retiring. But noticeable retirees. Robinson Cano calls it quits with the Mets. Okay, Ben Zobrist calls it quits with the Diamondbacks. Austin Adams. Oh, there we go. Here comes free agents that we had. Austin Adams retires. Thank Lord Austin Adams finally retired. Frick sakes. Clay Buchholz calls it quits. Jesse Chavez, Winyan Chin, Shin-So Choo. Chris Davis calls it quits. Damn, that guy was getting paid a lot, too. Anyone else that I noticed the name of? Anyone at all? Russell Martin calls it quits. And besides that, I don't really... Kurt Suzuki... Josh Tomlin. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys saw anyone that I missed, put them down below in the comments section. But the 2021 inductee will be Robinson Cano. What a career this guy had. Very surprised he went to the Mets after the Yankees. Maybe he just didn't like being a Yankee. But now we got to figure out all of our exclusive negotiations. And right off the bat, Adam Ottavino is definitely getting a 1-year contract. Just a 1-year contract with us. I don't want him longer than that. I don't want him shorter than that. Adam Ottavino had a great year with us as our closer, and I want him to come back and do the exact same thing. Mark Canha, another man who just a 1-year contract. I don't want anything else from him. He's a big depth guy. In fact, let's just withdraw the offer and make sure, because I had him platoon. I want him to know that he's a depth guy on this team. We're going to get Mark Canha in here. While Kyle Seager, I'm going to let walk. I'm going to let Kyle Seager walk into free agency, hopefully revive his career somewhere else. But after a season like this, 111 games, 406 at-bats, didn't even bat 200. OPS wasn't even 700. On base percentage was below 300. Like, this guy does not need to be on our team. So I'm going to let Kyle Seager, what's it called? The long-time Seattle Mariner Kyle Seager is going to hit free agency, and I have absolutely no interest in bringing him back. So now we got to go find ourselves some staff. We'll bring in, I'll offer a contract to you. Farm director, we'll just give a contract to you. Hammer and lights. And third base coach, we'll bring it over to here. But I think that's about it. We're not going to rebrand the team. That's all the staff stuff we're going to move. That's all the exclusive free agency things that we're going to be doing as of right now. So let's get on up into free agency number 1 and talk about possible free agents we're going to sign as well as people we're bringing back. All right, boys. So we're in free agency part 1, and that manager was actually signed of Gerald Lujan, and his first move as manager was to actually go out and try to sign his younger brother. He went out and he's going to go sign his younger brother, who just came out of college. He's out of college. He's like, yo, I know that you just got this managing job with Seattle. You think you could give me a chance? And he's like, yeah, we can talk about it. But you know what? We're not going to get into that just yet. Let's get into arbitration. First off, Austin Adams, dumbass right here, said he retired. All right? I showed you guys that he retired. And guess what? He's back. This guy is back. I don't know what he's doing back, but he's back. He's back. I'm not offering him a contract. He's going to free agency. George Alfaro, the catcher that we picked up from Miami, is staying. I offered him a 2-year, $9.5 million deal. I think that's just fine. I'll bring him until he's 30 years old. The guy hits well. He gets on base. This is what I want from a catcher. He is a very good catcher. The only reason I offer him 2 years instead of a longer contract is because we do have Leonard Berry and Brad Perkins both coming up in the system, both of which could play pro ball this year. But I'm giving it to George Alfaro. He's our starter. Maybe we'll trade away the younger guys and we'll keep George Alfaro even longer. As for tenor contracts, who we're bringing back Michael Baird from the Year 5 draft and Rookie of the Year. We're also bringing back Charles Robertson, our leadoff man, Russell Lincoln, Leonard Berry, Logan Gilbert, Jared Kelenic, Bert Hahn, Darren McCann, Cesar Istuz Jr., Brad Perkins, Jordan Cowan, Aaron Fletcher, Julio Rodriguez, Scott Botches, Manny Bentis, Greg Winters, David Cruz, Jack Larson, Juan Then, Joe Rizzo, Ryan Mountcastle, Joey Gerbert, Jake Harborer, Steven Arajo, Albert Neves, Alex Cortez, Kyle Wilcox, Luis Liberato, Luis Carrasco, Gareth Morgan, and we're also bringing back Manny Reyes and Robbie Jacobs. Those are the only guys we're bringing back. Everyone else, I said, I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, everyone else, we'll bring back Art. We'll bring back Art. No, he wants too much money. I remember why I didn't sign him. Yep, that's it. That's it for people that I'm offering to come back. As far as free agency is concerned, there's a lot of big names this year. I'm sure there's a lot of big names every year, but this year in particular, there are a lot of 90 overall players. Javier Baez, Francisco Lindor, Christian Yelich, Chris Bryant, Trevor Story, Freddie Freeman, Noah Syndergaard, Kyle Schwarber, Eddie Rosario. Like, the list just goes on and on for these great names. So if you're looking to get a face of a franchise, again, you go and get one this year. But I'm letting you guys know again, I am going after a big name player, just like I did last year in Mookie Betts. But I got another plan for this player. We are pretty deep in this particular category for people I want to bring in. But I'm bringing in Javier Baez. I'm offering Javier Baez a 5-year contract. We'll bring him up till he's 34, 35 years old. He's 96 overall, so he'll still be just fine. He'll probably be a low 80s by then and being replaced by someone else. He'll turn into a platoon player. But I need you guys to understand why I'm offering this contract. It's not to play him at short. It's to play him in center field. Okay? If you guys remember, last year we had Dom T. Williams in center field. And while he had a great spring training, Dom T. Williams didn't play the greatest the remainder of the actual season. He was doing okay, but he was no star player. He was nothing like he was in spring training. With that being said, I think switching out Dom T. Williams over to left field and start having him switch back and forth with Jesse Winker might be the way to do it. So I'm thinking, Javier Baez can play center field. If he didn't have a secondary position in center field, I wouldn't even gone after a star player. But it's because he had that center field position. I was like, we could bring him in. There is one downside. I don't particularly... I'm not that fond of how his stats are looking. He's been digressing the past 4 years in a row. Went from 290 to 281 to 276. Last year batted 266. His OPS was at a low of 798, but his on-base percentage really high, 333. The guy can get on base. It's what we want, and he's an absolutely dominant fielder. Absolute dominant fielder. So it's kind of a risk, I think it's pretty risky us trying to sign him, but I do think it's going to pay off at the end of the day. Maybe I shouldn't offer. You know what? I don't think I should offer him a 5-year contract. We're going to give him I'm an everyday, front-loaded, 3-year contract. We're giving him a 3-year, everyday, getting paid up front contract. That's what we're going to do with Javier Baez. Kind of similar to what we did with Mookie Betts. But Mookie Betts, I think, is a lot better than Javier Baez. As for the remainder of these free agent signings, you guys are probably looking at their overalls and like, what are you doing? I'm trying to fill out the AA and AAA organization, okay? The last season, we only had, I think, 70 or so players signed, and I noticed it was really messing with me because of injuries. Injuries were causing players to get sent up into the majors, sent down from the majors. It was really messing with me and really pissing me off. So this next season, I'm looking to hopefully sign all 90 spots in my roster, so that way I won't have to deal with it, and players can just get sent up from single A, double A, and triple A, and I don't have to worry about my major rosters getting messed with. But let's just go through the guys that I do plan on attempting to sign. It would be Felipe Escalonen, Sean Gilman, Cy Martin, Chris Cardenas, and here is the younger brother that I was talking about, fresh out of college, 49 overall, B potential, 27 years age. He's born in California. The manager came in, he said, I'll sign with you under one condition. We got to go out and get my little brother. And I said, okay, that's fine. He doesn't got any quirks. He's not really good anywhere. He's got great velocity, but this guy is definitely going to be a minor leaguer for sure. As for the other two, it's Aret Ordonos and Philip Vasquez. These are the players. Oh, why is Philip Vasquez there? I did not mean to sign him. Did I? Okay, I saw 39, and I thought that was his age. That's what messed me up. Yes, I did mean to sign him. So that's going to do it as far as moves are going. So if any big signings happen in free agency, we'll jump in, and I'll show you guys the big signings. And right off the bat, Roberto Perez signs with the Red Sox for a 3-year, $44.5 million deal, 33 years of age, 82 overall. I don't know why this is that big of a signing. The guy's a good player, but his overall, I just don't know why they're saying like this is one blockbuster signing here. All right, the Astros, our rival, have just picked up starting pitcher Noah Syndergaard, otherwise known as Thor. Their pitching rotation's going to be nasty. He's only 29, so we're definitely going to have to deal with him. And in fact, his deal is for 6 years. This guy is going to be a monster. 6 years, $97.7 million deal. The Astros, come on. You guys cheated 2 years ago, and now you're going out and signing all these big-name free agents. Where are you guys getting this money? Why didn't we fine you like $100 million in your budget and you had to play as like a AAA organization or something? All right, so the Padres sign Corey Knebler, 29 years of age, 86 overall, closing pitcher. I don't know much about him. 5 years, $30.6 million deal. I mean, that seems like a good deal for an 86 overall closing pitcher. This guy was the star closing pitcher in this year's thing. I was debating going after him, but I just didn't see a need to do that, especially since we just drafted some 19-year-old closing pitcher who can come and play in the majors this year. Christian Yelich, the right fielder, signs with the Cubs. 6 years, $130.6 million deal. Dang, this guy's solid, locked up till he's 36 years old, 95 overall. I mean, I expect him to just decrease, but the Cubs trying to make a playoff run. I see they're trying to get stacked up. Eduardo Escobar goes to the Brewers for 2 years, 33 years of age, 87 overall, a 2-year contract, probably about right for his age since he's 33 years of age. He'll be 35 when this contract, turning 36. Yeah, that's probably about right. He'll be assessing if he wants to retire or not. We'll have to see where his overall. I'm expecting though, I think when this contract is up, I think he'll still be good enough to play in the majors for some low bottom feeding team that's looking to just sign a veteran to come in and play for him. Boys, Javier Paez decided that he wanted to go back with the Cubs for a $217 million deal over 7 years. And the Astros signed Eduardo Rodriguez to a 3-year deal. Starting pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez, that's a very solid deal for these Houston Astros, really stocking up on some pitchers. Not only signed Syndergaard, but also got Eduardo Rodriguez. So that's another 80-plus pitcher that they just got. 28 years of age, 85 overall. This guy's going to get better before he gets worse. It is a 3-year contract, so they are probably thinking budgetarily, how is this going to work? But, I mean, I think this is a good sign for the Astros. Very scary for us, though. Red Sox sign Lance McCullers Jr., 28 years of age, 82 overall, starting pitcher. 5-18 last year. Very interesting move to see the Red Sox go after a person who statistically doesn't look that good. But a 5-year contract was offered for $67.5 million. This guy, I guess they're trying to find a cheap contract that could possibly pan out, like a boom or bust contract. I guess this guy could work. Francisco Lindor signs with the Astros too. Shortstop, 28 years of age, 91 overall. We get to deal with him for 7 years. Oh my God, these Astros are stacked. They're stacked, man. I don't want to play the Astros anymore. They're this stacked. All right, boys, so I felt a little bit of pressure after that Francisco Lindor signing, so I went out and I signed Kyle Schwarber, left fielder. Pretty much the same things applying here. I'm moving him over to center field. He can also play catcher, so if our catcher gets hurt, we can just move him over there. So I don't think we actually had a backup catcher in mind. If he got hurt, I would have had to call up Larry Berry or whatever. His name is Larry. I think it's Larry Berry. Larry something. We would have had to call him up and then send him back down once he was better. But in this way, we got a very solid person who can hit. The guy made it pretty far in the playoffs this year. 5 years, $89 million deal. It's all being paid up front. Same type of thing. This is what I like to do with these high overall players. I like to offer them this upfront money so that way later on in their career when they start digressing, they start making less, and I can start offering more money to other players who are starting to grow through my system. And the White Sox have made a trade with the Royals. White Merrifield gets traded to the Royals for Eloy Jimenez. Oh, that's a very, very good deal, I think, for the Royals. I think the Royals stole this right away from the White Sox. The White Sox are trying to probably save a little bit of cap space because of Jimenez. But $25.84 for a 33.87 overall. I'll take that any day of the week, and Jimenez is a great star. I don't know why the White Sox would want to trade him away. The Royals have also just signed Eddie Rosario. So there's two big signings for the Royals, 2 big days. Royal fans are very happy. 4-year, $43.4 million to this 30-year-old player. Not bad, Royals, not bad at all. And now I got to get my 40-man roster all situated. Let's do this. Alright, guys, so we get a trade from the Dodgers to the Twins. The Dodgers have acquired Miguel Sano, just a 1-year deal. So they might offer him an extension, but they just won the World Series. They probably have to go pay a bunch of guys. You know, a 1-year deal is not bad for an 89 overall guy. You know, third baseman, he's 28 years of age. I actually think this was a complete steal for the Dodgers, unless Michael Busch is something great, which 24.77 overall, he could be phenomenal. I think Michael Busch will probably be just like Miguel Sano at the age of 28. So I think Michael Busch is just a young Miguel Sano, needs a little time to grow. And they also get David Price, which was a starting pitcher. I guess they need a little starting pitching help. Alright, boys, so in this year's Rule 5 draft, I did not decide to grab anyone. I didn't think it was necessary for us to acquire anyone, and I was looking at who was even in the draft. There was no one that would crack a roster. It would be nice if we could draft someone in the year 5 draft and just send them down into our minor league situation, but we can't do that. If that was an option, I definitely would have drafted someone here. But let's just keep on getting through this offseason. Phillies acquire Brantley from the Indians. So Michael Brantley, 34, 87-year-old, gets traded from the Indians to the Phillies. And the Indians acquire Jean Segura, 32, 84 overall, and Jojo Romero, 25, 68 overall. I'm guessing he was just added to sweeten the deal, that starting pitcher. This looks like a pretty even trade to me at the moment. Yeah, I think that's a pretty even trade. No, I don't want to stop simulating for the free agency. I'm actually interested. Kyle Seager is still a free agent? No one wanted him. He had a really bad year, and everyone's like, I don't want him. You know, he didn't hit well. Nothing happened. So Kyle Seager, still a free agent. If you guys think I should sign him, let me know down in the description if we should sign Kyle Seager. Because this guy, I mean, he's been with us since the beginning. He's been with us since the beginning. He was drafted by us. He played with Seattle his entire career. Maybe we give him one more season. Maybe he'll have a bounce back season after realizing if he doesn't play good, he will walk. I mean, it could be a thing. Maybe someone signs him outside of free agency. Who really is going to know? Let's get these contract extensions out of the way. Jameson Taillon, definitely going to get a contract. I just want to give you a rotation, front-loaded, and we'll give you a 5-year deal. That's fine with me. Adam Frazier, this guy has been a pretty big hitter, already 30 years of age. I probably want a 3-year deal with you. We'll switch you to a platoon role, and we'll do a 3-year deal front-loaded. Cool. Adam Ottavino, we'll have to see how you do this year. Brandon Brennan, we can replace you. Dylan Moore, third baseman, just a 2-year contract deal, $3.1 million, and then depth. Yeah, that's what we'll do for you, and then we'll just do the same with all these minor league players, well, younger players as well. Alright, guys, here we are in the first preseason game. I haven't done this since the first season, second season. I kind of skipped through it. I didn't think it was that important, and I kind of wanted to get through the season a little bit faster and not sit here forever. I did do the rotation. I did see that I did put it during preseason. I keep it on auto just so everyone gets through the rotation, and the computer will allow everyone to play. But unfortunately, when I put in all of our young rookies who you know, we could come and see finally, it said, nah, I don't think so. I'm going to take them out for these other players. So starting up to bat is Adam Frazier, a very bright spot for our Seattle Mariners. Great pickup from the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know why they would want to get rid of a guy like this. I guess they were trying to get younger. And speaking of younger, our Seattle team in like 2-3 years will look nothing alike. Four-Batch is probably going to be gone. Adam Frazier will be gone. A lot of our core players right now will be gone. We got a lot of guys coming up through the system right now, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Next season, it could be next season a big change happens, because we got a lot of starting pitchers coming on up. We need to find some good relief pitching. We found a 19-year-old closer that's going to now be our closer from now on. Probably going to serve some time in the bullpen instead of just throwing him right to the Wolves as our closer. But he's going to be there. And then we got a lot of young guys such as Julio Rodriguez, Kyle Lewis, just to name a few, coming on up through the system. But the first out of the day is a ground out over to second base. David Bott, a former Chicago Cub now, coming in. An 848 OPS last season. Very big bright spot and great trade acquisitions. Guy gets on base a ton and knows how to hit too. As he lines out to first base. That's unfortunate for us. Yeah, Bott knows. That is unfortunate. Good thing it's just spring training, so he's not that upset about it. And now here comes Mookie Betts. 35 home runs, 297. Almost got a lot of trophies last year, but was just barely beaten or was outvoted if he was tied for them. So that's a little unfortunate. Mookie Betts could have brought home a lot of hardware last season as he takes the first one for ball number 1. 181 hits in 156 games last year. Way to go, Mookie. This guy would always get on base at least once per game as he takes that one for ball 2. Freddie Ferguson is the home plate umpire for today. Old man Ferguson. Chris Paddock now looking for his sign, winding on up. And that's ball number 3. He is yet to have to swing his bat, with Kyle Schwarber up next. The newly acquired from free agency, Kyle Schwarber, and there it is. There's the walk. Didn't even have to swing his bat, as now Mookie Betts is on base, and up comes the power hitter of Kyle Schwarber. See what this guy can do. Batted 286 last year, 43 home runs. Man, I'm trying to get our home run totals up there so we can see a few more home run derbies. But, you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Kyle Schwarber was on a 6-game hitting streak before coming into this one. So they try to pick off Mookie Betts, but it's just unable to reach him in time. Felt like a really slow pickoff. A release and a swing and a miss by Kyle Schwarber. How unfortunate. 11 pitches into this one. I believe 2 years ago or a year ago, Chris Paddock pitched, I think it was like 20-something pitches before he got out of the first, and we were just scoring runs back and forth. As this is a wild pitch, but isn't going anywhere, as the San Diego catcher is able to keep it in front of him and denies him, Mookie Betts, from getting over to second. 1-2's the count now, as this is swung on for strike number 3. Chris Paddock is getting some strikeout and doing much better than he did a year ago. Pam Polanco and Tatis Jr. coming on up in the bottom of the first. Starting off for us is a young starting pitcher in Justice Sheffield. This guy has been in our minor league system, and I'm really looking forward to him coming on up in probably next season. You guys should probably anticipate this guy coming in next season. Maybe if something happens, our team's doing absolutely awful, I'll do a fire sale and maybe he'll get to play this season. But I don't anticipate that happening. Tommy Pham batted .307 last year. See what Justin Sheffield can do. The young gun coming in. Pitch. Ball 1. It's alright. It's alright, Sheffield. Calm down. It's spring training. You know you're going to the minors. There's no need for any of this, you know, accuracy. Just get it over the front of the plate. Get some people out. That's all you need. Just put it over the plate. Trust your defense. That's one thing I learned from playing baseball is as a pitcher, you need to trust your defense at times. If you're struggling, you know, you just got to trust that your defense can bail you out when they hit it. Sometimes it doesn't happen, though. It's very unfortunate. It's very frustrating when you know that you could help your team. Now with George Polanco hitting 326 last year. Damn. It's a great batting average. But anyway, it's very frustrating when you know you could help your team in the field, but the ball just isn't getting hit your way. And there's nothing you can do but watch your team suffer. You can tell them what to do and everything, but if they don't listen, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. It really sucks. And I really miss playing baseball. Oh, baseball was so fun. Sucks that my coach made me quit for hockey, but you know, it is what it is. I made my decision, and I have to live with it. George Polanco still up. 6 pitches in. 1-2's the count. Will he be able to strike this formidable batter out? Not on that one. That's way out there. Not even close to the plate. Not surprised George Polanco let that one off. Come on, man. You got to get it at least close to the plate. Somewhere in the ballpark, buddy. Come on. Here we are. Lined up. Pitches away. And there's another ball. Fernando Tatis Jr. coming on deck right now. Come on. Full count. You went from a 1-2 count to a full count. Come on, Sheffield. Strike this guy out. Strike him out right here. This is the pitch. Top left. Or not. Alright, that's way outside the strike zone again. This guy's command is just not that good. This is why you need to be in the minors. You're doing nothing for your case. Doing nothing but hurting it. Trying to showcase you to some of these people that don't really know some of our younger players, and this is how you prepay me. Tatis Jr. batted .286 last year. 26 home runs. Not bad for him. Not bad. See if Sheffield can get this young guy out. And there's a swing and a miss. That's what we needed. That's what we needed, Sheffield. Some strikes. Swung on and a miss for strike number 2 to Tatis Jr. There it is, Sheffield. I like to see. And there it is. It's a pop out to right field. Still going back. Mookie Betts reaches out and snags it, throws it in to the second baseman. And that is out number 2. Way to go, Sheffield. So you can trust your defense. I got some special players out there for you. Some very solid players. Now it was Manny Machado. Had a little bit of a step back for home runs. Only hitting 21 home runs last year. I'd probably anticipate 30 or so from him if he was in my lineup. But I was anticipating big numbers from Mark Canha and Vorbach. Fortunately, they took a step back too. I think they took a step back last year because I had both of them batting versus lefties and righties 2 years ago, which I think helped their home run numbers. But last year, I only had them batting against one type of hand. I think I had Vorbach against righties, and then I had Canha against lefties. I think that's how it went. I could be wrong there, but I think that's how I had it. As the count is now 3-1. Let's go, Sheffield. Get this guy out. Just calm down, buddy. Just feel it. Feel the energy flow through you, Sheffield. Feel it. And there it is. There's that energy. 96 mile per hour fastball, Sheffield. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Feel that energy. Feel the crowd. The excitement. We're all here cheering for you. It's spring training. No one cares. As there it is. Fouled off right there. All right. It's okay, Sheffield. Shake it off. Shake it off. Feel it. Feel good. Feel good. He throws it away for ball 4. As now he has walked 2 out of 4 batters. He has a 50% walk chance right here. Jerkison Profar. That's what he has. He has a 50% walking chance. This one's hit way out to right field. Still going back. And that's a fair ball, scoring 1 run for San Diego. Out of that ground rule double after the ball bounced out of play. Come on, gotta get this out. Josh Naylor is now up to bat as he takes the first ball as a strike. All right, coming on. Let's get this guy out. And this one's just going to be a pop up to center field. And he's right underneath that one. And that is going to do it for the first inning. And it's time to just see how this game goes with a little bit of quick managing now. So let's get on into that. We'll do this quick manage. And we're just going to fast forward half an inning. So 3 walks I saw 3 walks. All right, Justin Sheffield, ground out. Gomez hits a home run off of him. Chris Paddock grounds out, and Tommy Pan hits a solo home run as a ground out. All right, so he had a 50% walk rate, and then he had a, what is it, a 33% home run rate in the second. Come on, David Bach gets on first, fly out for Betch. Schwarber hits a 2-run home run. That's what I like to see. Winker hits a double, still only 1 out. Borbach walks. Moran strikes out, and Alfaro strikes out. That's unfortunate. Give this guy 1 more inning. Fly out, strikeout, walk, strikeout. There we go. As now Denelson Lamet comes in. Sheffield flies out. Frazier and Bott all get out. We're also going to change, and we're going to put in Logan Gilbert. Freshly put onto our thing. Ground out, strikeout, strikeout. Ooh. Single for Mookie Betts. Strikeout, steal second. There you go. Winker hits a single as Mookie Betts was thrown out the plate, but Borbach hits a 2-run home run, giving Seattle the lead. Single for Pam. Fly out for Polanco. Tatis hits a single. Single for Machado, but gets thrown out at home. Pam does, and then there's a strikeout. Alfaro now hits a double. Pop out. Frazier gets a fly out, but advances Alfaro to third, and Betts flies out, unfortunately. Foul for Naylor, Larkin, walk for Gomez, and Hosmer now pitch hitting, gets struck out. It's now where I think we're going to start throwing in some of our younger players. So let's see, who do we want to put in? Let's put in Julio Rodriguez over in right field as they put in a pitching change. Rodriguez is going to strike out. That's unfortunate. Let's put in another guy. Kyle Lewis. Perfect. Kyle Lewis, come on in. He's going to strike out. Okay, that's unfortunate. Winker. Who do we want to put in? Let's put in Jarek Kelenic. And he's going to ground out. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to put in a new pitcher as well. And who do we want to put in? Let's put in Pete C. Yes, look at them glasses. He's perfect for this. Yasiel Puig comes in, pops out. CJ Abraham comes in, ground out, and Fratis Jr. gets taken out for Taylor Trammell, who hits a solo home run. Hit by pitch and a pop out. There it is. It is a tied game. Pitch hitter. Do we want to put anyone in? Now let's look Borbach swing as they are making some changes. Multiple changes. 3 changes as he strikes out. Now up to Morin, but I'm going to take him out. Let's put in Let's put in Joe Rizzo. See what Rizzo can do. He hits it. There's a single. There it is, boys. There's a single. Now George Alfaro strikes out. And we're going to take out Pete C. For Mark Canha. Comes in and strikes out. Damn. Pitching change. We'll put in McCarron or McCon. That's fine. Fly out, strikeout. Adam Frazier not up at second. Nah. Shed Long. Shed Long's going to do this for us. He's going to walk. Good. The shortstop Bot is going to be taken out for J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford is going to come in. He strikes out. That's fine. Rodriguez hits into a double play. Ground out. Strikeout. Tryout. Okay. Kyle Lewis ground out. Single for Kelnick, who's going to steal second, gets caught stealing. And then Volbatch is going to strike out. Okay. Walk. Double play. Strikeout. Swing for Rizzo. Grounds out. And we're going to take out Alfaro for Leonard Berry, who's going to strike out. Ooh. Very interesting. We get to see how these young guys play in the majors. Walk for Long, strikeout for Crawford, strikeout. 2-run home run for Kyle Lewis, the center fielder. That's what I like to see. And Kelnick's going to get on base, steals second, gets caught the first time, but not this time. Walk for Volbatch. Rizzo gets walked as well. And Leonard Berry hits a single, scoring 2 runs. And now up is Darren McCarron. Nah. Pinch hit. Let's put in Cesar Atus Jr. Yeah, Caesar, who strikes out. That's fine. Pitching change, and we're going to put in the young closing pitcher. Where is he? Was it Mullen? Cameron Molina, the freshly acquired from last year's draft, who strikes 1 out, grounds 1 out, and strikes 2 out. Not bad for a first spring training game, walking away in an 8-4 win. Kyle Lewis getting that 2-run home run started that rally for us to get that W. Really happy with his performance. Got to see a lot of the younger players come together and come out tonight and show us what they could do, and that's what spring training is all about. Spring training is not about the older guys. Spring training is about those young guys trying to earn roster spots and show management, hey, this is what I could bring to the table. This is what I can do. This is why you should keep me on the 26-man roster at the end of the day. And now management's got some thinking to do. We really do. Next year, our roster, I think, is going to have a complete overhaul for younger players coming in. I think this is the last year we're going to see a lot of these older players like Daniel Volbatch, Adam Frazier, all these players. I think it's going to be the last time that we see them. I think we might be hitting a new generation of Seattle Mariners. As here we are simulating through a lot of W's. This is what I like to see. This is what happened last year too. 18-9 finish to there. What were we ranked in spring training? We were ranked 14th in spring training. Finished second behind the Dodgers, who also are second in all of the major leagues. So guys, I will catch you all in the next one. I'm going to go do the 26-man roster. And also the lineup and pitching rotation. And then the next one we'll go through those two, get through game number 1 in the first month of the season. And I'm hoping you guys are all staying safe. And until next time, guys, see you later.